Hey everyone, if you are someone who's juggling 1,000 ideas in your head and hundreds of to do lists, I want you to check out Requisor. We have built Requisor to turn messy ideas into structured plans with milestones and tasks, and also having AI agents that help you execute on them. So check out Requisor. I've always wanted to ask you this, Mahitha, like, how did you start with data analytics?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like I didn't know that existed. It's my friend told me
Yeah,
that hey, the next big thing is analytics.
yeah,
So we should learn those skill set and things like that. And that's when I was doing my masters.
yeah,
Um, and particularly in healthcare, with healthcare data, I did a course,
yeah,
healthcare data analytics course.
yeah.
So that made me more interested in analytics and data. Then I started learning all the tools and skills required for it.
Okay.
So maybe in my masters, in the second semester, something like that, I stumbled upon it because a friend told me, and I happened to take a course also on that,
Okay.
and then it gave me that interest. Yeah.
That kind of piqued your interest
Yeah, because
into
I thought it was like really cool, especially with healthcare data, right? I think because I started with healthcare data, the very first course I took,
yeah,
that increased my interest more. Let's say if I did it just like any other, like a business course,
yeah.
I don't know if I would have been that interested.
So
You
is
know what I
this?
mean? Like,
Yeah, I get what
because I
you're
could
saying.
relate to health more, like because it actually happens. Like, you know what is it like, and those examples were like pretty much like, oh
Relatable.
yeah, like cancer cells or something which I already heard of. Someone who has zero professional experience, right? Health data seem much more relatable than a sales data
Yeah,
or like I don't know an employee hiring data and things like that.
because you
I
didn't have
think, yeah,
context
I didn't
to
have any
any
context.
to
At
relate with.
least this, I was like, okay, like cancer stages or like
Yeah,
BMI, like just uh, those. I think it was more relatable, and I felt extremely fascinated that oh, like we can be useful even in healthcare.
wow.
Like so there's so much more to do. It's not just IT and software development. There's you can literally be in any part of the industry with this skill set. Like that was like the
The trigger point.
light
Yeah,
bulb
light
moment
bulb
for
moment. Yeah,
I never thought I could like do anything related to healthcare because I never studied that, right?
yeah,
But look, there is a chance with what I studied,
yeah.
which is gonna help healthcare. That was like a light bulb moment.
The trigger point to get
Yeah,
started with this.
yeah.
And remind me again, this was in your undergrad or
Masters.
master's program?
Masters.
Okay.
Because until then, I only thought like the roles for me were software developer or software engineer.
This is a let's stick to this one aspect of when people talk about tech. There is a preconceived notion that the track is only of a software developer or a full stack developer, and a lot of people struggle to code.
Yeah.
uh, so do you think that that kind of scares away a lot of people away from tech, where there are multiple other avenues, as you were saying, that can be explored as a tech career?
Um. Yeah. Could be. Um. Because I don't know. I mean, like someone from a computer science degree, for them, it's a preconceived notion that you will be an engineer or a developer.
Yeah,
Maybe somebody else from different industries and different degrees,
yeah,
if they want to get into tech,
yeah.
then they will be intimidated
Okay, okay. I see
if
what
they
you're saying.
don't have that information of other jobs, other roles.
Yeah. So you're saying like your interest specifically for use got sparked after you've taken, like,
Yeah,
essentially chosen your specialization.
yeah,
So there's still time to like explore and find yourself,
yeah,
because a lot of students also who are pursuing their masters, they pick something because they got an admit, they wanted to come
yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah,
United
yeah.
States or go to a particular country or just get into a particular college in India which is prestigious, but they don't necessarily like the field.
Mm.
And you're saying that that's okay, you can still kind of explore and have your kind of your niche kind of pick you in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, see, again, like I did my undergrad in IT
Okay.
and then my master's in computer science.
Okay.
So somewhere I was already in line with the skills
Coding. Yeah.
needed
Yeah.
and like coding and everything. Um, but computer science is a vast, like there's so much. Even in my masters, I took all different courses because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I took data security,
Yeah.
I took cyber security,
Right.
I took NLP.
Yeah.
Um,
So data science.
there is
Machine learning.
image processing.
Yeah.
Then there's just, I don't know, some data structures
Yeah.
courses.
Yeah.
And then there was data analytics course that I took.
Okay.
But that caught my attention. So in your masters, I think that's what gives you the edge, right? Like where you can pick and choose.
Elective in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then find your interest.
Of what? So what was it like when you said that light bulb went out? What
Yeah.
does how does one know that the light bulb is going? Because the common answer I get is like you know when you know.
No, I
What does it feel like?
hmm,
That this I really like doing this.
um I think it's just like when you see a potential in something,
Yeah.
I think that will be your light bulb moment. Or when you see that, okay, this interests me.
Yeah. Organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who get into, let's say, software engineering just because the pay is good.
Yeah.
Or they want to move to the tech industry now because it's coming with more flexibility of remote jobs and things
Yeah.
like that. But so it's different when you do that. Like, you change your field or you choose your field based on convenience.
Right.
But if it organically you are learning something and then you like it,
Yeah.
you will know it, right? You're like, well, you're not doing it out of convenience. You actually got, like, it caught your attention. So
Correct.
then you want to learn more. So I think that's what it is. I think it just feels like, oh, this is great. I think I can like learn this. There's more opportunity and I can be good at it.
Yeah.
I think that's what it feels. For me, it was just like I thought it was cool. Like I just thought it was such a fascinating thing that I can be part of somewhere very, very minutely in a healthcare setting. That was just my thing.
Is that what you're referring to is kind of a purpose to build towards?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating because we had Philip, who's one of my mentors, on the podcast as well, and he was sharing that actions come naturally when you have like a purpose. So, is that a way that you found your purpose? Like through data analytics, you could be contributing towards the larger like healthcare and helping better lives.
Yeah, I always thought like most industries than the tech industry to be a little bit more purpose driven.
Yeah,
Um, like think about it, right? All these tech companies are making life easy and convenient, but not really uh,
I can see what you're saying. Yes.
helping us like certain society. But whereas healthcare, for sure, it's that's why known as a noble profession or like a
Yeah.
noble sector and things like that. And it's also coming from a personal thing where my parents always wanted me to be a doctor or in medical
Okay.
industry, and I never wanted to do that. So I
Yeah.
thought this is nice, like, at least with my engineering skills, I can be part of that.
In a way, still kind
Yeah,
of okay.
not directly, but somewhere indirectly, very,
Yeah.
very from very far away.
I see this in a lot of desi kids. We want to make our parents proud because our parents either wanted us to be engineers,
Yeah,
or especially the 90s kids,
yeah.
engineers or doctors. That
Yeah, my brother was an engineer,
okay,
so they wanted me to be a doctor.
okay,
But for some reason, I never wanted to be a doctor. I always said I want to be an engineer because I loved math. I thought, okay, if I love math, I have to be an engineer. Like that's what I thought. So
okay. So you already loved math. So do you
yeah,
think having a um, inclination or just an attraction to math kind of pushed you more into data because there's a lot of numbers, number crunching, statistics, all of that going in that too?
maybe like I didn't think. about it like that before, but maybe inherently. I always thought that if you like math, uh, you will develop that logical side of your brain, like
Yeah.
the problem solving or the writing algorithms and pseudocodes, right? So I thought that's correlated to algorithms, which could be again like correlated to analytics, right? You
Hmm.
are still solving problem, but in a different um
Context in a different way.
yeah. So yeah, maybe I
Okay.
never thought of it like that, but
Yeah.
yeah, now that you say.
So, Mahitha, then if I were to ask you, like, let's rewind the clock, and at some point you were an undergrad student and a master student. So we have a lot of our audience who are students and who watch this program also will be watching this and seeing like seeing themselves in you, like 5 to 8 years ahead of you, right? So it's kind of their future. So looking back to your like student life, what are the 2 or 3 things that you would have done differently or that you have done which you recommend everyone doing?
Like to just for a higher degree or like a higher
Yeah,
education or
yeah.
like in a job, like finding the right job or like
Let's take the education piece first, like for masters, and then let's come to the job also.
um think I could have better prepared for GRE and all these exams, and it's not that I studied at UW. It's a great university, got me all the
UW is
best things.
University of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Okay.
But I just think every year, um, the technology is changing so much, and the content is out so much in the world,
Yeah.
and there are like more people uh,
Wanting to be in tech. Yeah,
wanting to
we've.
be in
Yeah.
tech, right? So
The talent pool is
the
immense.
talent pool is immense. There's no shortage of talent at all.
Yeah.
So when the competition is high,
Right.
how do you stand out, right? So the first thing which comes to my head is you either are like so smart that you do not need a traditional like education from a premium university because you're so smart, like you can build your own portfolio,
Yeah.
you can build your own projects,
Yeah.
and that kind of serves as your degree and like a
In a way,
proof,
yes. Yeah.
right? Because you need to prove
Right.
yourself to the recruiter.
Yeah.
You can't just say, oh, I'm smart. You have to prove yourself. So how are you going to prove yourself?
Track record. Yeah.
You either show that
Yeah.
if you're not that person and you are somebody like me who to needs that ecosystem and that environment and that accountability and that access to professors and everything to
Yeah.
get to where you are,
Organized. Yeah.
like an organized manner, then you have to go for a degree, right? Like you have to study in a profession, like in a college or in a university.
Right.
But I think I would pay more attention to get into a maybe a premier university, not because the content is less, not because the quality or standard is less between universities, but I think the networking
Yeah.
is more like
Okay. So,
compared to I don't know, a tier 2 university and a tier 1 university. I think the
okay.
exposure to certain communities and like even career fairs, right? Like all
Yeah.
these big companies go to those tier 1 universities. You know, there's already a
Easier path.
brand
Yeah.
there and like things like that. So that's one thing I would pay attention now if I were to do it now,
Okay.
just because of the immense competition to stand out. I would think that that's what I would do now.
Do a little more research in
Little
terms
more
of.
research and yeah, try to get into a
Yeah.
better university, or again just to prove to the recruiter that how can I.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes, some people don't want to, like, they're not looking at a traditional job
Yeah.
point. Some people are looking to become an entrepreneur and things like that. So then, uh, yeah, then if people, it's like that, right? Who are not thinking of actually working for someone, but then just like build something for themselves.
Correct.
mm, Yeah, then I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what they would do. What is better for them?
Okay.
I
All
am
right.
talking about specifically like for myself.
No,
in your job?
absolutely. Um, with that in mind, you had a thought there.
No, I was
Uh,
just thinking, like, did I like answer the question or not?
yeah, so that is the part where you kind of select a particular university that you're going to.
Hmm.
I do believe there are like now multiple ways,
Hmm.
to get the same knowledge, the same
Hmm.
network, with, LinkedIn and everything being there. You can build your portfolio, like how you said.
Hmm.
Um, hey, all, quick break in the podcast to talk about Requisor. Requisor is a AI project assistant that we have built that takes messy ideas and turns them into action plans with milestones and tasks. We have AI agents that actually help on executing on all of those ideas and action plans as well. These agents can be quoting agents, social media agents, and many more that you can also connect your other apps to. So I want you to check out Requisor and how it can help you to take your ideas to execution. Thank you. But what happens post? So let's say you get a job. Now
Hmm.
let's talk about that entry point. So
Hmm.
we've gone into a good college. You Once you're in college, it's just you go through.
Hmm.
Um, but then there's that inflection point where you find your first job, and then
Hmm.
those first few years are critical. Any advice for those first few years for students?
Hmm. Yeah, like a lot of people think once you get a job, like it's done. Like you would think that, oh, the goal is to get a job.
Yeah,
Uh, but no, I think it starts from there.
from there.
You know, your career actually starts from there. So your first few years, learn as much as you can. Um, be proactive at your role as much as you can. Try to absorb everything because like it, and you're also excited, right? Because like the first year you're
Want to make a
excited, you're
mark?
just like trying to understand like how is the culture of the company or like all those things. So I would say just do everything and anything and get yourself exposed to many different things or projects if there's a chance, because what if you don't know what you would like unless
Yeah,
you work on it
and explore.
and explore.
Right.
Get help, get find mentors. Like I think one thing that has really helped me is to have some mentorship. So there are many communities like that where you can access mentors. So get that help, get the advice,
Yeah.
be confident firstly, and yeah, just explore. You are right. Like the first few years are important. Because if I always think that if you i- if you work hard in the beginning,
Yeah.
then later you don't know how things would turn up, right? Like
Hmm.
you don't know how things will change. Like firstly, technology is changing a lot. Uh, like nobody expected a natural calamity like COVID to occur.
Yeah.
So you don't know when what can happen, right? So even after 5 years, I would say still work as your first year.
Okay.
But sometimes life
Day one
happens
mentality.
and
Yeah.
like things like that. But yeah, just be proactive. I think being proactive will really help, not just for you to get that confidence, but also for your like teammates and employers to get that earn that trust, like from
To
you.
earn that trust in you.
Mm.
Okay. So when you say being proactive, uh, what are some of like the examples? Just one or two, so that we can crystallize what does being proactive mean exactly.
I think letting know your manager what are your interests,
Yeah.
um, and asking them for like work in the things you like to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, because
Mm.
sometimes your first job you don't have much choice, or because you
Yeah.
don't know also, right, what you're getting into
Excellent
or what you
documentation.
want.
Yeah.
Like very there's really nothing. I know we can write a lot of things in our resume, but
Yeah. Yeah.
professional, when it comes to actually working in a company, it's completely different,
Different.
right?
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, letting not just know your manager but even your teammates and everybody that, okay, these are my interests, so can I, like, how can I uh learn this more, how can I utilize my time at the company
Yeah.
in this field because looks like I like this field more, or like I would like to work on this tool more. So that, and also self work, right? Like I remember in my first job I would still like sit down and try to learn other tools and software. I still continue to do my certifications,
Continuous learning.
continuous learning.
Yeah.
So when I say proactive, that
Okay.
um and also, yeah, ready to take challenges. We might get little intimidated if something new is thrown at us, but there's nothing um to get scared of.
Okay.
I mean, I felt scared. So, I can't simply say, oh, don't feel scared. But yeah, that's why if I go back to myself, I would tell that to me that, yeah, don't get intimidated. Take it on because there's nothing impossible. If you put in the hours, if you really like sit and work on it, you can achieve it. There is not something impossible. Anything.
Right.
So, yeah, don't get intimidated. Work on yourself and let your managers and everybody else, your team, also know that you're interested and hence you're looking to learn forward. I think those are some proactive steps.
Right.
Maybe.
I like that how you broke it down.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll get like general pieces of advice which are not actionable. Like these are things which are, I think, super actionable, and it just breaks it down. Like
Yeah. Maybe.
just how you can communicate to your manager that, hey,
Yeah.
this is my interest.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think we wait for people to ask us those questions,
Yeah.
and it might not be front and center, whether it's your teammate or manager,
Yeah.
although it's their kind of job in a way. But the reality is like
Yeah.
self advocacy is not a bad thing.
Yeah. And I don't blame the managers because they are doing their job, like they are doing something which I cannot see, and I do not have that visibility too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They are handling like a higher up level,
Right.
or more of people management and like other things where it need not be the one on one spoon feeding mentorship with your manager. I know ideally that's their job probably, but it may not happen. Not because they're bad managers.
Right.
It's just that their level of work, it's something else which we don't have visibility.
Correct.
So I always believe in self advocacy.
Yeah.
And asking, because somebody told me like half of the opportunities are lost if you don't ask. Like if you don't let them know, how would they even know that you are thinking about it?
Correct. Yeah.
So
And do you think, uh, because we're talking on this, we started with data, but these are all like software aspects, which affect, right?
yeah.
That in doing self advocacy, sometimes there are these self limiting beliefs that we have, that no, no, why should I be doing it? How will it come across? Am I being too dominant or just greedy, or are those some of the things that
Yeah.
come through? I'm just asking.
Yeah. 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 I was a very shy person actually in my first job. I I didn't know that I had to tell. I didn't know that I have to like advocate for myself. And even when they asked for feedback, I just said, yeah, everything is going great. And because I just didn't know any of those things and I felt very shy. But later on, I thought if I don't let them know, how will they know, right? But
Yeah.
those doubts do creep in. That am I like, what is my manager thinking? I- is he or she actually getting intimidated because are they thinking that I'm trying to take
Their job. Yeah.
place, or like but no, I think managers like the fact that if they're actually like good managers, I think they do like the fact that you're telling them honestly and there is that transparency, because that makes their job easy,
Easier, right?
right?
To start,
Yeah.
make sure that
They
the
will not
projects
give
align
you
with the
something which you don't.
interests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will not give you something which you are not interested in. But if something, let's say even if they give you and then they get a new opportunity,
Yeah.
uh they'll at least have it in their mind that okay.
Top of mind
Yeah,
sometimes.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's self doubt always occurs, and I think self doubt is good. Some in moderation, self doubt is good because that keeps you humble, and you don't want to definitely come across as this intimidating person. Yeah. There is a small line between self doubt and arrogance. Yeah. So self doubt is not wrong. Right. It has to be in moderation, and it happens, right? I think that one will overcome only with experience. That's it. Experience is not. Yeah. There's no substitute for
There's
that.
no substitute for that. It will be there. You will go through it, but once you start, like, when you achieve something or when you see that your work is getting recognized, those things will make you feel confident.
Okay.
And then slowly those doubts go away, and it will become a positive attitude and a positive, more like good conversation with your manager.
Right.
Than feeling scared.
So, um, let's just stick to this a little bit while speaking with your manager. Like, what are the some of the things which you have found that did not work, and at the same time, what are the things that you found like work really well?
I think just what worked out well was just being transparent with my manager. Uh, and again, like, everybody has a different, like, perspective or a relationship with their managers. It's not always the same, but I think just having a transparent conversation of your likes and dislikes is good, and I think that's has worked out for me.
Yeah, likes and dislikes about just the project, or even like people. Or
So far I have never got into people.
okay,
Because yeah, I think, touch wood, I never had to deal with yeah, someone with whom, yeah, disagreements are there for
yeah,
sure,
yeah,
but
those
those
are
are
fine.
just uh like technical disagreements, but not with the person's attitude or the person himself or herself. So I never actually had any problem with anybody I worked, so I did not have those conversations. But likes and dislikes about the work I'm doing,
Yeah,
sure, yeah. What did not work for me?
yeah.
What did not work for me? Hmm. What did not work for me with my manager? Yeah, I don't know. I think I would again stick to communication, because, I mean, at least in a tech company, it is collaborative, but it's not so much more collaborative, in a sense that you will still work on your own set of tasks and projects, right? So it's
Yeah.
not that you have a lot of collaboration and things like that. So, and your manager is actually not like telling you, okay, do this, do that. It's more of,
Micromanage.
yeah, micromanagement, that won't be there most of the times. So then it's just open, honest conversation. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, I wanted to just take a step back again to what you said about like continuous learning. You had mentioned like you keeping your certifications and everything. Uh, what are like your top three things that you found to be beneficial for continuous learning, especially in a data analytics career?
Hmm. Yeah. First thing is online courses, right? Anything, like, there are many. Just to name a few, is like Coursera, Udemy, just
Yeah,
LinkedIn Learning, YouTube,
tons of
anything,
stuff.
right? There's
Yeah,
tons of stuff. Um. So yeah. To me, I like learning, in a sense, like, I feel like if I'm not um being active, like,
yeah,
in learning, I just feel like um I'm behind, lacking behind.
yeah.
So that
Left out feeling.
left out feeling, because again, I just feel like the technology is changing literally every year. Like, there's something new going
So
on,
rapid,
like,
right?
very rapid,
Yeah,
very rapid. So it's impossible almost to stay up to date.
yeah.
But at least whenever I get time, I like to just take up, like, even a 1 hour course. You know.
Like on a regular basis, like
Yeah.
every month or two,
Yeah.
you're still keeping
Yeah.
on what interests you. And this kind of
Yeah.
goes back to what you said a little while earlier. That is proactive. So
Yeah.
again, the like learning
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
proactive.
Yeah.
So okay, so that's one.
Anything else? Like I know you said certifications, right?
Newsletters. I do subscribe to newsletters from like certain people I follow on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So, and certain pages I follow on LinkedIn. And in fact, I do have some like dream companies, or like, I like the work which some companies do,
Yeah.
specifically in the tech sector. So I do follow them on LinkedIn. So then I get all these updates.
Okay.
And I also subscribe to newsletters. Um, I am not much into attending meetups or conferences, but if time permits,
Permits then.
somehow, if there's a chance, I try to do that.
Yeah.
But mostly it is reading up, watching videos,
Yeah.
and things like that. Yeah.
So if I were to just like summarize quickly for that, you said one was taking course
Yeah.
regularly. You can pick your
Yeah.
choice. The other is like uh, reading newsletters. This is kind of like your content diet.
Yeah.
And then certifications in a way to kind of test your, what content you
Yeah.
and solidify it.
Yeah.
And the last, if time permits, like the fourth layer is like that network where you kind of
Yeah.
expand it.
Yeah. Yeah. Attend seminars, webinars, conferences. I wasn't able to do this, but I've heard from others is these competitions online like
Yeah, Kaggle.
hackathons
Yeah.
and Kaggle. Those are also a good way to test your knowledge, and also again build your portfolio, right?
Yeah.
So I always wanted to do it but never got the time and things like that. So but yeah, I think that's also a good avenue.
That's like the fifth. I subscribe to that a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
because I love building stuff in Tableau
Yeah. Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well, just for my own fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's great. It just adds up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, definitely I agree with you.
Mhm.
And whenever I teach also for Tableau, the
Mm.
first thing I like to kind of say is like make your public account. Even if you keep
Mm.
your stuff hidden, uh, Tableau is just a PI tool.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
not familiar with it. But yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with your point of having those different levers in a way.
Mm.
So we had discussed like five, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, all these are for finding a job.
Yeah.
And like getting a degree and finding a job, right?
Yeah.
It's a whole different scenario if that's not your goal and you want to start something for yourself and invent something or build for something for yourself. That's a whole different story. I think all these are paths to getting a job.
True, but I would also agree that some of the framework that you gave also applies to uh, building a business too,
Yeah.
because you will have to learn about like sales
Yeah.
and marketing
Mm.
and legal aspects and stuff. So the same things
Mm.
kind of do apply with some accelerators.
Mm.
So I actually think that what you're saying applies to a wider
To go
base.
wider generation,
Yeah.
wider population.
Yeah. Mahitha, one other thing which I really wanted to ask you is where do you see uh, like for the from a future perspective students who are planning their career in data analytics, like what are two or three tools you feel and I asked this in some of the other guests that we had also,
Mm.
and interesting answers came.
Okay.
I'm not going to share what one person said, but I'll see. So coming back, what do you think a student who's planning or someone who's just starting their career or even in right now, next 5 years at least, these two, three skills are highly in demand. So to upskill in that, what would be your take?
Yeah. Um, yeah, skills perspective, I think SQL, like for data analytics or data engineering,
Yeah.
data scientists, you take any role with data. I think SQL should be like bread and butter.
Foundation.
Like that should be your foundation. I mean, sure, like, Python has um, many different libraries to make it easier for you to build something, no doubt in that, and definitely it's useful for a lot of data scientists and things like that, but I think SQL is here to stay, and it has evolved also so much over the years.
Yeah.
I do not see it not something else replacing SQL. I don't think so. So skills perspective, I think yeah, SQL is here to stay, and students who are looking to get into this field should definitely invest in SQL. SQL foundation, that should be the thing. Tools, come and go. I always think that tools is not like tools, and even languages, right? Some people ask me, oh, should I learn R or should I learn Python? Python, yeah. And I'm like, learn anything, but learn data structures, learn algorithms, learn writing pseudocode, like learn problem solving. Like I think that those are your main key things, because languages are fine. Like today it is like like before it was C, then Java, now it's Python. Tomorrow something else will come, I'm sure. So languages are, and now because of Google and like all these different even chat GPT, right? Yeah. Writing the language is not the problem. That syntax basically, that's not a problem, but what do you have to write is the problem. So tools, it's fine, like will come and go, but you have to pick one tool for data analytics. I would say Power BI. I know like Tableau has been there for a really long time. For again, like data analytics is a very broad spectrum. Yeah. In that, I'm just sticking to the visual part of it, the development, dashboard development, visual business intelligence. So in that, yeah, Tableau has existed for a long time, but I just feel like in the last year again, with Microsoft OpenAI integration, and they have this whole different suite. Like now they have Databricks and Azure and Power BI. They also have GitHub Copilot right now, and that's integrated to again Databricks. So I just feel like they have this really good like ecosystem to um to to open up more cool things for analysts. Yeah. In Power BI, I think they I feel like they have everything. They just have to like sort out and like do something to make Power BI a really great tool. Yeah. So for business intelligence, that is why I think Power BI will stay and will be a good investment, just because of the recent changes of Microsoft's.
That's wonderful. Mahitha, that all the things that you have said, I think are going to be very useful for a lot of students who are watching, but also for people who are in their careers as well,
Yeah.
especially at the early stages.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to first of all thank you
Yeah.
for kind of taking the time to have come here and discuss all of this and share your knowledge. Are there any social media platforms that we can shout out for so that people can follow you?
I stay away from social media. The only social media I have is LinkedIn. Okay. And WhatsApp. So yeah, my name is Mahitha Sudhakar Voola on LinkedIn. That's the only place people can find me. Yeah. Nowhere else, if they don't have my phone number. So yeah.
What would less is more?
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
But thank you again, and I hope we get you on for a part 2 also.
Yeah, sure. No, this has been fun, Naveen. Thank you so much for even wanting to hear my perspective, and I hope it'll be useful for at least some people. Yeah.
It will be. It will be useful for a lot of people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.